Hey, welcome back to the Travelman's podcast. Today, my guest is a recurring guest, not a recurring. I guess we'll make you a recurring guest.
Recurring.
Craig
I was,
Shoemaker.
I was a recurring on Matlock and a recurring on Parks and Recreation. I only did them twice, but
Well,
it's still the same character on both times. So that's recurring, isn't it? Even as it's twice, it's recurred.
that's what I'm saying. This is your second time on my show, so it's recurring.
So right there on my resume with Parks and Recreation. And
Yeah, I only did Parks and Rec once.
what's that?
I only did Parks and Rec once.
Oh, you did. That's cool.
I was a maitre d'.
Yeah. Did you have lines?
No,
Don't act so offended that I would ask.
I,
Yeah.
I was supposed to be a background, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to do a specialty role?" I go, "I don't know what that means, but yeah." So in the moment of yes, so I got to walk Adam and Amy to their table and sit them.
But not
And that was
sit.
it.
Yeah. I I I was the head of the Liberty or Die party, and I wore a
There you go.
tri-cornered hat and knickers. And it was when Les Mis came out, the movie. So I thought I'm obsessed with Les Mis, and I thought so. I stole the costume, I borrowed it so I could wear it. So I could be Javert at the opening of people in line for Star Wars are dressed as Chewbacca and stuff, and Harry Potter dressed as the characters. I was going to see a Fontaine or two.
And it didn't happen.
In my knickers and everything, in my tri-corner, not one person dressed as Les Mis.
How dare they?
Not one. There wasn't one Jean Valjean. There wasn't one Eponine. Come on, I want to sing with Eponine.
You were ahead of your time. That's all.
There, yes. But yeah, those were recurring roles. But I remember running into an ex-girlfriend, and I was doing this movie actually with Jerry from Parks and Recreation, Jim O'Hare, and he was the star of this movie called Middleman. I had a nice little part in it. And my ex-girlfriend from all the way back in Philly when we were kids, she was there. She loves Parks and Recreation. And she goes, "How do you two know each other?" I go, "Yeah, I'm on the show. I'm recurring." She goes, "What? You're on it barely twice." It's in my place. Why she's my ex-girlfriend.
And you're exactly.
Yeah.
Well, so Craig Shoemaker, comedian, as you can tell, screenwriter, dad. I love the new show, Still Standing Up.
Thank you.
I don't know if it's considered a podcast or just a show to me. I mean, it's so well done.
Yeah, thanks. It's a podcast, that's for sure. But we're trying to add some bells and whistles. And also the goal is I want to be different than all the stand-ups out there. It's
Yeah.
just it's a frat party. And just try to go deeper and help people. And it's really could be subtitled The Turnaround. How do you turn your life around?
Still
You need
standing up.
all the isolation that took place during the pandemic and all the anger and the division that's going on. Well, what are the solutions? And that's what I bring guests on to bring us your solutions, share your experience. And it's been pretty cool. I've had some great guests and
Yeah.
I'm getting better. As we move the studio closer to LA, it'll become a lot. Have them come in live.
Yeah.
And they're not going to want to go to where I am in Westlake Village. But they, last few days we had some cool guests. Michael Irby from the Mayans and Barry. Tori Hart is a touring comedian. She used to be married to Kevin Hart. So Ed Begley Jr.
Yeah. No, I thought Dean, I really like Dean's episode because we're probably about the same age or real close. And, obviously he's been through some stuff and he shared it. So I thought that was pretty nice.
That's what we want to do. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
going to hope that way. Like you're not alone, and you're even, celebrities go through the same problems. And so here's how to, here's some positive transformation tips for you, and that's what we're doing with the show, and we'll see where it goes.
We could always use some more chuckle laughs. That's all I know.
Chuckle chatter. I've been doing that for a while now, and people are really have a significant shift in their anxiety and their illnesses, whatever it is. I mean, when you're chuckle chattering, it's pretty cool. You've seen it.
Yeah.
Watch people just completely let go and surrender to their fears and their doubts and their worries and stuff. And it's pretty cool at the end of the chuckle chat or the guided laughitation. I do both. I just love the results to see. If I could have an impact on people. I mean, I've done doing comedy for years, and that actually has an accidental impact as well. I've had people that said I was about to commit suicide, and out. I mean, it's really, really cool to hear those things. And but this is a way I can offer tools along with the laughter, and also making sure that people are aware of the power of laughter and how we need more of it, how it really is the best medicine and it does heal. It's amazing to me. Nobody talks about it. Well, that's the best medicine. But you don't hear one word since then. Nobody's showing up at the comedy club. I need my pharmacy here.
Yeah.
Give me a couple of ha-has in the morning. No, it's just so discounted even. It's amazing to me how we empower doctors to dictate your exact protocol, and never includes laughter.
Ever.
It improves the efficacy of drugs, of medications. It improves it. Does everything for you. But
Well, the one thing I think I had heard was if you're smiling, you can't be in a bad mood. It's next to impossible.
I do a thing where I say, I do this, you laugh, right? I'm depressed. In that moment, you're not. It's impossible.
Yeah,
And
that was Dean's reaction too. So go
oh,
back. So all my listeners, go back and watch some of the past episodes. You'll get an idea. Are you still doing the laughter heals?
yeah, still doing that. Right now, we're using the money. We were using it for other things, like programs and things. This time, we're specific to actually one comic. We're just helping feed the guy.
Oh, nice.
I bring him groceries all the time, and it's donations from people, that donate the money. I go shop, and I bring my kids, add to the laughter, bring the dog. He's almost
Yeah.
homeless. He's a comedian, and we don't have support system. Once you're done, you're done. We sing for the supper, and that's it. No more supper after that. There's no more. There's no union, residuals, nothing. So Stanley Ullman's his name, old friend, colleague forever in comedy, and he played cruise ships for a long time. Now he's done. He's injured and old and done. So what's he gonna do? So
Yeah.
we bring him groceries, and that's where the Laughter Hills money goes.
Well, pretty awesome. That's yeah. I mean, you were part of the SAG strike and writer strike, obviously, because
Both. I'm in Writers Guild
yeah.
and Guild. I went down and protested. It was pretty funny. My friend said he was going down there to meet women, hot actresses, and they
They're not
need
working.
now that we know where they are. I went down there, and it was like it's just so funny. Actors and actresses are just a different breed, and I don't say that in the greatest way. It's just such a desperation, and it just smelled of desperation. As I was thinking to myself, well, these people weren't working anyway. They can protest all they want.
That's what I mean.
It's not a contract for them. But it's yeah, I feel bad, sometimes, but think of that times 10 with comedians. We have no support, no union. There's no protest with comedians. If you either fill seats or you're done,
Well, and the pay's even worse, I would think.
a pay's great if you fill seats.
Well, if you fill seats, but I'm saying, just like actors, right? I mean, you had multimillionaires on the picket line saying, "We need more. We need more."
I didn't see them.
You didn't see Chris Nolan and all the
Oh,
others.
really?
Oh yeah,
Christopher Nolan was there.
yeah.
Did he have a soundtrack with him with a cello?
Yeah.
He's so good at that.
But
Remember
so
the movie Dunkirk?
comedians are kind of the same, right? I mean,
How are we kind of the same?
Bill Burr, Tom Segura, uh, they're
Who
Burt Kreischer.
protested?
They're making good money.
Oh, they sure do. Well, there's definitely a
Yeah.
class war when it comes to comedy.
Well, yeah, and then you got the beginners, just like acting, right? It's like you got beginning actors who haven't had their break yet, and then you've got the Baldwins and everybody else. That's the Pitts, and
Yeah. It's really yeah, it's a class system. I'm just lucky that I was always able to fall onto comedy. I mean, I
yeah,
cannot imagine making a living as an actor. That would have been done long ago. I would have been finished long ago. But yeah, and the comedy actually has something to do with not acting as well because I'm not available. About making more money than they're making on the show. That's
yeah,
what's I got a choice here. Once in a while, I would actually choose a very low paying acting gig over a high paying comedy gig. Once in a while, you need the chops. You
yeah,
need credits and stuff like that and the work, and work begets work. You work with one director, they have you for another thing.
right.
There's a lot of that goes on. So I just went in for a student project. I thought they were. I didn't know that going in. I thought,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's the lead. They're coming. It's a chemistry test. That's as far as you can get. I get there. It's at USC. There's
Well,
like,
that's a good film school, though.
yeah.
That's pretty.
Then they tell me as I'm auditioning, we really like you. But did you know this is no pay? Really?
No, no, I didn't.
The whole way down, I was thinking about all the people would be jealous of me when I'm on the starring role in this new series.
Yeah,
But yeah,
not always what it is.
it's not always what it is. It never is what it is. Actually, I'd say it never is what it is. It
But
never.
you've literally traveled around the world for comedy, and I'm sure you've had the same moments where you show up to a comedy club and wherever, and you're like, "Oh, this is not what I was expecting."
No, not when I'm playing somebody's converted garage.
Yeah.
When he blackened the windows.
Oh, at least you did that.
Huh?
At least they did that for you.
Yeah, I wasn't looking outside, but oh yeah, man, I've played all sorts of places where they just convert whatever's trending at the time. I remember when, the horse, the mechanical bull,
Yeah, yeah.
they just covered that up, and now you have a comedy show, because that trend's over. So
And they don't know what to do with it. No one wants one.
I just bought this bull. What are we gonna do with it? So I'm in the bull ring with this thing covered up. But I've done so many gigs and all over the world, the country. I just I've been very fortunate in that way. I've been to all 50 states.
See, that's my goal.
And what do you have missing?
I got the Northeast. I haven't been in the Northeast. I
What?
can go there.
What?
I've been to New York. I've been to Maryland.
Oh, well, you have been in Northeast. Those are Northeast.
Well, I'm saying Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts,
Wow.
Delaware, Connecticut.
Philly? No Philly?
I haven't been to Philly.
Country was founded there, young man.
I
All
don't-
those places. That's where the country was founded. Well,
Allegedly.
they took it.
Yeah,
After that, what we go by is
yeah.
that. But yeah, man.
I've been
Declaration.
to New Jersey. I've been in New York and Maryland.
Yeah,
With everything, and Virginia I've been to, but
need to get a lot more in.
yeah, I got about nine states. I could hit most of those in 2 days.
I would do Philly because Philadelphia, not because I'm from there, but Philadelphia is really just such a beautiful city and it has so much history.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, so much history that I grew up there, and I just for the first time 2 years ago went to the Betsy Ross house. After all those years, because there's so much to see. I mean, that's where Ben Franklin was hanging out. This guy invented everything. The first zoo, the sewage system, the banking system. I mean, this dude, the first cemetery, I think, was Franklin. Dude was genius. And so he was there. Streets are named after Franklin Institute is a really cool place where inventions are, and all this Declaration of Independence. So much, there's just so much history there.
yeah.
But I finally went to the Betsy Ross house where she sewed the flag.
See, that's
And
cool.
interesting tour, and she was there. She made a little guest appearance, Betsy.
Yeah, okay.
That's all.
Do you get to? You almost kind of answered the question, but when you're out going to all these places, do you try to set aside time to visit the marquee locations, or is it business?
A lot more. And if I do it today, it's hopefully if I'm with a family member or something I bring with me,
Yeah,
turn on my kids to blank blank. That's inspiring to me. Other than that, I stay in my hotel room. If I'm by myself, I stay in my hotel room. Or if I have really good friends, I have really good friends in just about every city. So I'll usually see them,
yeah.
go to a really cool area. I was just in an area that I never knew was that cool, but they have one little pocket, is Dayton, Ohio. And then the same day, I went over to Chappelle's house. He's in Yellow Springs, Ohio, and he gives that town. He owns half the town. Literally owns half the town. He goes, "You want to stay there? It's my hotel."
What's the comedy club there?
In Yellow Springs, he just opened like a few weeks ago, and I don't even know the name of it. I just
I
texted.
thought maybe it was Dayton.
Oh yeah, Dayton. I think might be a couple, but maybe Funny Bone.
Yeah, it's Funny Bone. That's it.
I was doing a couple special shows there, like in big theaters. But I pop over to Chappelle's place, and I actually played his backyard in this cornfield. It was like it was me, Jimmy Fallon, Jon Stewart, Caroline Ray, Donnell Rawlings, Sam J. Oh, who else was on that show? It was crazy. Just this lineup, and then and all of a sudden, Chris Rock
Of
walks in
course.
off his private plane. He had already done a show in Ohio. Jumps off the plane. Hey, what's I'm Chris Rock. I went, no, yeah, really? What's your name again?
Yeah. Can
So,
you spell that?
and he just Chappelle loves this. He hosts. He loves comedy.
Yeah.
He loves just has such a thirst for it, and much more than I do. I mean, I'm like not that into comedians.
Well,
It's not.
we won't expect any pop up in your field comedy shows then.
Yeah, I mean, comedians, and of course, I'm generalizing. I just think, and this, I teach, I coach. One
Yeah.
thing I coach is to be in your genuine energy flow, and it's not. Sometimes it's not genuine. It's genuine misery. It loves company, and it's a lot of character assassination. I think it's funny. Even the roasts. If you've noticed the roasts, they don't have one of the things I teach in my course is love. You get to love that's energetic space. And all the great sitcoms had love at the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Friends loved each other. No matter how much conflict there was, you have love at the base. And there's a trust you make with your audience. They go, oh, it's going to be okay because they love one another. The best case was Lou Grant and Mary Tyler Moore. But these guys that do the roast these days, back in the old days with Dean Martin, all them, they loved one another. There
Yeah.
was camaraderie. These are people never met until the day they're on the stage.
And usually they didn't write their own jokes. They were
Hack. It doesn't have anything at the base of it. So it's not organic. Like I said, I like to teach, coming from that space of come from love and watch what happens.
I like Geraldo. I mean, when he did the roast, I thought he did a pretty good job because he seemed to generally know things about the people he was roasting. But
Yeah.
and Jeff Ross is doing a good job as a roast master. But you're right. I mean, you go to those almost all those roasts,
Even Ross, it's coming from hate.
all of it. Yeah.
And I shouldn't say hate. I mean, he's a nice guy, but it doesn't come from like a space of even respect a lot of the times. It's just I'm going to write a really, really crass joke that's going to blow you, sideways, because of how crass it is now, over bounds it is. And it's a lot of it's that. But when you watch the Dean Martin roast, they're all laughing at each other.
Yeah.
And they know one another. Every one of them knew one another. And they're smoking cigarettes and having a good time at the Friars Club. It was at the Friars Club, which was a club. I mean, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's just, just this lightness at the base of things. That's why I just don't really hang out a lot with in the comedian world.
That's interesting though, because I think that's kind of the perception. I mean, a lot of comedians are dark people. I mean,
Yeah, there is that perception. I mean, I get it assumed about me all the time. I have women that won't date me because I'm a comedian. Because, oh, you people are self-obsessed. You're,
really?
erotic. You're, oh my God, you're angry. All of that. It comes with the territory of you're a stand-up. That's what you are to people. It's like you're standoffish, whatever it is. It's not, none of it's the truth,
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter. The truth is sometimes
Perception.
it's all based on perception and projection. People project and nothing I can really do about it, but just be me.
I was going to say, but doing your still standing up show and doing the laughter heals, you're doing a lot of things outside of stand up.
God, yeah. A lot. I have a cartoon,
You got a movie.
horror film. Yeah, that's just the stuff that's on the front of the burners. We have burners or back burners. We've all sorts of stuff. I mean, it's just crazy right now. We're just really, really rocking it.
Is that partially because everyone's coming out of the strikes and everyone's kind of hungry to work?
Oh no, no! I had to do a pivot. The pandemic was my pivot. I mean, I had to, but I've always been this way. I've had 40 projects on my slate at my production company. I mean, I've shown Amazon right now. I've got another podcast. It's on Tubi. It's a TV show. I mean, it's just insane how much stuff I have going. But I don't feel like there's any limits. That's how I live. I live in an unlimited, boundless life that is, carefree and free and joyous. And this is what I am. So I can't can't tamp it down like other people when they put you in a box and everything. Well, go ahead. Good luck to you. That's good for you, not for me. And so I try to have a staff. We just had a staff meeting, and we laugh like crazy, which is great. You know,
Well,
my assistant Michelle, I mean, just really been with me for years. It's not even a great output. I dealt with this to her face. It's not that great of an output. And I tease her about going to Agora High School, and it's, you guys don't have any grammar. I tease out, and just the energy is just so much fun and infectious. She can never sue me for sexual harassment because she's worse than I am. I said, go ahead, talking. I'm recording this.
yeah.
Yeah, we're done in that area. Nothing could ever happen. She couldn't. But anyway, she wouldn't either. I mean, she's just good people.
Yeah.
I need good people around me. That's what I'm interested in. And that's who I like to collaborate and create with as well.
You're better off staying out by Westlake Village for that. I think closer. I think the closer you get into the center, the harder it might be to find good people.
Yeah. Well, that's not necessarily true. It's hard to find people in Hollywood too, because everybody's a dreamer. Everybody wants something.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't want to support your dreams.
Yeah.
And that's a big difficulty. I get it. Not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I mean, I've had people to work for me, like even opening acts that I'm going to microwave their career and make it instantaneous. We're in front of A rooms and big crowds and everything else. They don't look at it like that. They start to get selfish and self-involved and self-seeking. And, they're done, like I've done enough for you already. It's about me and I should be the headliner. Meanwhile, like 99% never become a headliner, but they think they should at that moment. It's the ego and that stuff takes over.
I wonder how much is that people in their ear going, "Oh, you're bigger than him," or "You should be bigger than him," or
you shouldn't be putting out his fan cards and doing his merchandise. You're better than that. You're a comedian. What do you? So I tell them that's part of the deal. Want to work your way up? Work with me, support me, so I can draw more people, so you can have an audience. See how it works? You're not going to draw a fly. I'm going to. Help me even do that. Help me do the social media. Keep me young. I always have to have a young.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's kind of, I don't know. That's weird. I don't know if it's just the comedian world, because there's a lot of people in my industry of selling, and they want the big accounts right off the get go.
Yeah.
Like, I get oh, you're so lucky.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, 30 plus years later, I'm finally got lucky.
Yeah. That's what I think with me is like, I should be doing that. I get it. I was that way at that age too. I should be the headliner. I wouldn't want to open for anybody. I get it. I'm not saying it's smart. You might want to get mentored or guided, but there's so much cockiness that goes on, so many different ways of doing it too.
I wonder, do you have a couple of, experiences like Dane Cook kind of blew up? You have this Matt Rife guy.
Oh yeah, Matt. Yeah.
That blew up. And I think everybody else wants that.
Yeah. I don't know that everybody wants it. I never wanted it.
Okay.
Not that. I mean, there's parts of me that go, hey man, you should be a little bigger. Your act is better than most. And, but then there's other part of me going, do I really want that? So I never get recognized. Really, really rare to get recognized, but might be a good thing.
Yeah.
Whatever I want. I can even act like an idiot. Right. So,
yeah. Well, you get to have fun on the golf course, right? I mean,
yeah, not as much fun for me. I stink. I got a trophy in a celebrity golf tournament for closest to the car.
I played in one tournament. A guy hit the hole in one, won a BMW. First swing of the day.
Oh,
he was the foursome in front of us. He's running down the cart path because he was late getting to there, because it was all of our work people. He literally gets the club out of his bag, hits a 7-iron, holes it, wins a BMW.
Wow, that's crazy.
We're like, okay. Did that just happen?
Everything about that story is crazy.
Yeah.
Doesn't warm up.
Nothing. But maybe that's kind of the secret, see? don't think about the hole. Just go up and hit it. See what happens.
I'm just angry with you still. You haven't been to the Northeast. I'm going to keep on you about that. What's wrong with you?
I wanted to go up this last, I think it was September when the leaves were changing and all that. And I told my wife, I go, look, I'm going to fly into Boston. I'm just going to do a good loop. I'm going to get 6, 7 states in 2 days. I'll sleep in the car if I have to. Probably just get a hotel. I just want to say I went to all the states.
Right.
And she's like, you're not going to take me? I'm like, no, because you're going to want to get out and see things and all that. And I want to get to Vermont. Then I want to get to,
My trip. We're going to do
Yeah.
it like not take anything in.
Well,
have
exactly.
goals. That's a guy. Post-it notes. I'm going to get to there. I'm going to be there tomorrow. I'm going to beat the record on how fast to get there. I'm going to avoid police, whatever it takes.
It's going to Vegas, right?
Vegas. That is not my spot.
I'm going there next week.
You know, there's the illusion that it's my spot because it's like it has whatever glitz glamour. It's got all the comedy shows and everything, but name and lights, it's just so false. I just can't. Again, I teach genuine energy flow. It's about being genuine.
Yeah.
You can be very genuine there. Even if you go to like the coolest place ever, you're sitting there thinking, I'm the least coolest person in here. Start comparing yourself,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird because I think you only get the big guys because I go there every year for the rodeo. I have to. It's 2 weeks of the year. And we stay at the MGM where Brad Garrett's comedy club is.
Yeah.
And it's not a slam. I don't see a lot of bigger names there.
No. I mean, it's comedy clubs there. Just they run in the same comedians a lot of times, and they just run them out. They run them ragged. By the way, we have to work 7 days, 2 shows a night. Some of these places. Now I say I don't do that, but a lot of the comedians do. They work their ass off because it's Vegas. Oh, it's Vegas. I'm in Vegas. So what? What good's it going to do you? It's all tourists. Nobody cares.
I have a friend that was a professional comedian, but kind of amateurish. And so one night she goes, hey, I got a couple of shows. Do you want to go? And I go, yeah, all right. I'm here for the rodeo. I'm here for 16 days. And she played 3 different places in one night. I think she got paid $80 for all 3. One was a restaurant. And I mean, it was a barbecue restaurant. It was the karaoke stage. It was that was open night for comedy.
Yeah.
Then we walked to a bar that was just down the street, and she did her set there. It was almost all the same comedians. We all walked down together. They did the same set, and it was pretty much just the comedians there that were all in the last restaurant. And they're like, oh, it's stage time though. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
They were doing it in front of nobody though.
I get it. It's how you have to hone your craft. But, it's not for me.
That's a rough one.
Not for me. Thank God.
Yeah. And then wake up and do your day job there.
Yeah.
So
I got to go take care of my kids.
Okay, doke.
Kids.
What's the best way for my listeners to follow and see where you're going to coming up?
Official Craig Shoemaker.
Okay.
At craigshoemaker.com. And it's spelled Shoemaker, not Schumacher. I always say you make shoes, you don't mock shoes, unless they're Crocs. Those you can mock. You know what the holes are for? So self-esteem can slip out. So,
you want me to blow your mind?
Yeah.
Crocs was just sold.
Well, as a matter of fact, I was with the former CEO golfing about 3 weeks ago.
You hear how much it went for?
Well, he was talking about 800 million?
A little more than that, like 2.2 billion.
Billion. Wow. Oh, maybe he said it was 800 million. And now it's billion. Wow. I remember the founders. I was introduced by Hall and Oates. John Oates introduced me to one of the founders. And then last few weeks ago, I happened to be with this former CEO. But Crocs are, who knew?
Nobody.
They pulled the prototype out of the trunk after my show in Colorado. Look at these.
And you went, no, I'm going to wear that.
I'm not wearing these. Goes to show you what I know.
Exactly. So we'll go to craigshoemaker.com. We got Instagram.
Instagram official Craig Shoemaker, all that stuff. I'm around. You can find me, and I'm performing all over the place. Performing Southern California. We only have like 3 tickets left for this weekend, but I don't even know when this is.
It'll air in a few weeks.
Oh, then yeah.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, like I said, I've seen you down in the valley. I've seen you at Hermosa, at the Hermosa Comedy Magic Club. You were up in Santa Barbara.
Yeah, the Rec Room coming up in Huntington Beach. That's coming up. Check my website. Escondido, that's coming up. Oxnard,
Yeah,
coming up. But
perfect. Well, I'll make sure to post everything, and
thank you, brother.
we'll get people following you up there.
I'm looking forward to those boots. I haven't had a pair of boots on in a very long time. Size 12.
You want double E's or you super wide feet?
Even though my name is Shoemaker. What is double E? That sounds wide.
Well, we have double E and we have a D.
I don't know I know what that means in breast size. Double E is a little much.
When you buy dress shoes, you just buy the normal shoe off the rack. All right, you're a D.
I come from such peasant stock. Even though I have a lot of money in my life, I will always be a peasant. When I was a kid, I thought the word evict meant move. I thought they were the same word. He's the eviction truck, mommy. Because I have a dad. We have no money. My mom's on the secretary wage and trying to live in Philadelphia. I mean, really, I don't think like this. I don't know what the sizes are.
Yeah, I know, but you knew you had a big head.
That I do know. Well,
so I didn't know if your feet matched the head. So I was like,
times. So wide, no, they're not wide. No.
Okay.
So your answer is.
Well, I'll send you a catalog. You can pick.
Really?
Yeah.
You can pick for me. What? See, do you have like half boots? They make those anymore? They only come up halfway up your.
Yeah, the bottines. Yeah.
What?
The bottines. They're small. It's a Hispanic word for small boots.
Yeah. I'm so out of it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to have another pair. I have not worn. They still have the zipper. Use a zipper.
We have those. Yeah, a lot of the old guys buy those.
All right, I'll have some patines with a zipper.
I'll get you the Chelsea. You'll like that better. It's a little Gore-Tex on the side.
Oh, nice. Okay, Gore-Tex. I'll take whatever it is. Whatever Gore-Tex is, I'll take it. My, I had like one pair of boots my whole life.
Well, I just saw some crazy ones.
What's that?
I just saw some crazy ones. There are some unique animals that they cull to.
Yeah. One time they sold me a bag. They told me it was a llama bag. It was made out of llama, but I don't believe them.
We got capybara.
I had crocodile boots. Yeah. Those are my only boots I ever had.
I got those.
So they were so pointy, I could, kill cockroaches in the corner.
What they call them, cockroach killers.
Yeah, the cockroach killers. Yeah. So they were, yeah.
And my wife said I'm not allowed to buy, but get the elephants or the hippopotamus boots.
Oh, no. No.
They're cool boots, though.
By the way, you keep up that, you'll be endangered. I'm a non-practicing white male already. So
there you go. I'll just get you some cow boots.
Anymore. All right, brother. Well, thank you very much. And thank you for my hat. I should have worn it today. But
nah.
Yeah, my Kevin Costner hat. I wore it for Halloween, by the way.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was perfect. I don't wear it. There's not a lot of hats in Agora Hills. Cowboy hats.
No, Calabasas a little bit more at the saddlery shop there.
What am I saying? Agora Hills does have a big cowboy community.
Yeah, they do.
But a lot of horses.
I'll go on the other side of the freeway, on the
freeway, yeah.
East side, yeah.
On the snob side.
Where the school is actually.
Yeah.
Where Agora High. The Chargers.
Well, that's where my assistant is from, and I tease her all the time with her bad grammar. I go, Agora High. Here it is, Agora High.
Agora Hills, yeah. We used to play them in lacrosse. My daughters did.
All right, brother. Well, listen,
bud.
Much.
Talk to you soon.
Got it, man.
Thanks, Craig.